gentlemen, and welcome to the School Science. My name is Luke, and this is the Everton Stadium update. Now, for this week, there have been a couple of things where I've had to sort of change things around. This is mostly just down to the fact that I wanted to try something new. I mean, particularly just being the opening point right there. You've noticed that we were a little bit further away, so I figured I'd just try a little bit further away just so we can try and see things in a wider perspective. And it came out alright. I mean, next week I'll probably put it right back to where we were, normally, where we actually just get the stadium and a little bit of the surrounding area, not that far away. But yeah, as we go over the East Stand and the Fan Plaza right now, I'm looking around it and I can see that we can see some more barrel structures. So since last week, we can see 2 more have been put up. And you can see the framework for the next 2. So they are actually going from centre to south. So they're going to be trying to merge onto there. And then from there, they're going to go from centre again up to the north. Now, one thing to note as well, keep an eye on the North Stand, because the good old gods at Lango Rec have heard my pleas, and they have put the cladding on for the North Stand. So we're going to have a little look at them when it comes around to the North Stand. But as a whole, there's not too much in terms of changes and everything when it comes to the East Stand. The main thing being the barrel framing. I still can't get my head around that one. It's a strange one. But yeah, I am raising the altitude right now. We are actually going to be going around a little bit around the corner just so we can see this barrel structure, the barrel framing structure that is the roof. So we can see it a little bit better because, as you can see, the yellow crane is very selfishly in the way. How dare you, Mr. Yellow Crane? But as we go around right now, you can actually see it in quite a decent little perspective. And one thing to note as well, while we're doing the North Stand, take a close attention over to the South Stand because you can see a little bit more going on around there. So you can actually see more of the raker beams as well as the concrete terracing going into place for the seating area that's going to be the South Stand all the way down to the pitch. Now, do note it is going to be quite literally down to the pitch. I'm not kidding. It's going to be down the pitch all the way around the 4 corners. And one thing to note as well, people have actually mentioned it to me, the seating plan does actually state that the away fans are going to be in the southeast corner on the bottom terrace. So that one, I feel like that's going to be an interesting situation because certain fans are fairly aggressive. We know this from experience. Your likes of your West Ham and your Millwall fans, their ultra fans are absolute psychopaths, and these are the sort of fans that are going to have to go through the fan plaza where most of the Everton fans are going to be congregated before the game. So this might be an interesting situation of how are we going to work around that. Now, me myself, what I'll be saying is how we do it is we have I can't even think of a decent way. I mean, in the back of my mind at the moment, I'm thinking, what if we were to make a small, like a tunnel area, like an area where the away fans can come in, where they're going to be basically separated from us. Something like that. But the only problem is that would ruin the aesthetic of the stadium. This will be probably something that we will deal with when the time comes. Chances are what it might even be is we have like a police barricade either side so the fans can be ushered into the stadium where they'll be dealt with in there. But I'm not going to put too much money on it. It's going to be something that the Everton as well as Merseyside Police will work with this sort of stuff as time comes closer to the stadium opening. Speaking of which, it is a little bit disappointing that they have actually mentioned that this might be opened midway through the 24-25 season due to delays. These delays I'm not 100% certain on. I've heard multiple different things, being weather, being interference, just being payments and everything like that. The payments one does sound a little bit BSy just for the fact that most of this has already been paid off. And it is just the final 100 million that MSP are paying into to fix this. But I don't know. I'm not the guy. I'm not the bean counter for this situation. So I don't know these full details because this is all stuff that is normally hush-hush between the construction company and the football club. It's stuff that the general public doesn't really know about. But as we're going around the West Stand right now, you can actually see more of the cantilever pieces that are going into place, so they are going to be spanning right across, and from the looks of it, it's going to be a situation where you're going to have some of them already with the roof paneling on, some of them with it not on. So I'm going to assume the ones with the roof paneling already on, they're going to be, I don't know, maybe structures that are going to be, like your brace points. So you're going to put the cladding between them two, and they're going to link towards that. That's probably what they're going to be doing. Now, as we go around now to the North Stand, we can see that there's a little bit of cladding. Who am I kidding? There's a lot of cladding. They've already covered about a quarter of the north stand already with the cladding. Now, one thing to note, that I don't believe there is going to be cladding by the bottom end. It almost, when you look at the renders of Everton Football Club's fly around of the stadium when it's done, the side pieces where the north and south stands are, they appear to be open. Now, I hope this isn't the case. I'm hoping there's going to be like, I don't know, clear perspex or something, because I know for a fact that down by the docks it is very windy, and the wind is normally either brushing north or brushing south. It's very rarely going east or west. It's normally rushing north or south across this, so the wind is going to be billowing through that, so that does need to be covered. So that is one thing I'm hoping that it's done, and I am going to be looking into that one further, and we'll be able to discuss it in a better detail next week. But as a whole, everything is coming along great. I can't be any happier for what we're seeing right now. The construction is going ahead. I haven't seen it break at any point, and just everything's working nice and smoothly. And also, just as a note, if you have a look on my Twitter, I did actually upload recently where the brick facade is. You will notice that there is actually the cross members that you see in Goodison. There is that imprinted onto the facade. It's just very hard to see from a distance, and you have to really be up close to sort of appreciate it. But in any case, guys, I'd like to thank you all very much for watching. Take care, have a lovely week, and peace.